perform terribly poorly using Ultron on Path 9. Spoiler, I continue to perform terribly poorly, not just on Path 9 in fact, but on this Path 4 as well. So here we have Black Widow Clairvoyant. I've just been assigned a torch because someone needs to take this Black Widow. I'm not using torch again, no one else needs the flame on, so on we go. As you can see, I'm only very lightly boosting because this is a very easy fight and I need to take it and then move up, wait for more energy and then take the rest. Yeah, this is just a don't get hit fight. She's going to gain fury, you know, she's going to have extra attack from the debuffs on you. And as you'll see, I failed in the basic objective here of not getting hit. Missed my first parry. Finally land one. Start to re-go. Oh look, miss another parry. Boom, 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 boom. Suddenly I'm thinking, good god, am I really going to die on this matchup? Luckily, the rest of the fight goes as it should, and it's not too bad, and we finish in under 20 seconds still. But yes, that did not put me necessarily in the best mindset going into this war. Jumping ahead now, I've weighted my energy that I need to do this path, so I'm kind of boosting up at the level you would expect, and with the health boost as well, because of course these health boosts are still kind of rare for me. So we're back on Path 9, and this time we have Magneto instead of Bishop, thankfully, and I'm using Thing. Now of course we're using Thing here because he has the immunities to the path, i.e. he is shock and bleed immune. He's also not metal, of course, but of course on this fight you can't get your openings with your parries, so you need to get them in other ways, primarily intercepting and doing other kind of anti-Magneto stuff. And there's some weirdness here. Watch what happens. So I meant to dash back, and I ended up doing more attacks, so I paused here, and that's because my finger was slightly wet. That's because it was still quite near my shower, because I was just in the fighting in the morning. So I sort of paused the fight, knowing that that's fine. I need to dry my finger, and dried it on my clothes. And things still aren't going brilliantly. Go for an intercept and fail. I'm immediately losing the health battle. That's a neat trick you can do with Thing. His special attacks remove unstoppable effects. I don't know if the planners knew this. I assume they must have done. So against Magneto, in particular niche interaction, if you bait out a heavy and throw your special attack, he will remove Magneto's unstoppable buff. I wasn't told about it if the planners didn't know. I just found it out myself. There I'm. Luckily it doesn't crit, so I'm still going. I'm a bit nervous about doing a dashback special, so I go for a regular intercept, get parried. Luckily protection triggers from the stun. I should have just done a dashback special. There I go for a regular intercept again. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure why I'm not doing it. It would be an easy way to proceed. Here I'm just trying to empty his bar of power before I throw my SP3. Takes him a while. Finally, dash back and throw it. Missed the 20% of course, because yeah, everything's going terribly. And the reason I want to do this, I think primarily, is just so I can get some unblockable and unstoppable and just kind of power through. Bait out this special. No, I can just dash it, because either I'll win the intercept fight or I'll hit through his block. And I think, is it here? He spends ages throwing his SP1. Every time I want him to throw it, he throws his heavy instead. After I hit into his block. Maybe my finger's still sticking to the screen. Maybe it's still slightly wet. I don't know. So this is, as you can see, is a long fight. We've already used up 2 minutes, and we've taken off only 2/3 of his health. And I can't take many more hits. I can't screw up more. Why didn't I throw the SP1? That would have been a perfect time to use it. I think I'm still rattled that I took so many hits at the start, and I'm just trying to play as uber safe as possible. And my plan is, whenever he has an SP1, bait it out instead of trying to deal with the SP2. There I do a nice dashback light attack in the corner, which I'm not doing systematically. I'm only doing if I get cornered. I think here I do go for a dashback special because I'm against the wall, but that's fine. It doesn't stun him, so I don't have to worry about the damage reflection, and of course the stagger removes the unstoppable when he throws it. Throws us heavy. So we finally make it through that fight. God, I hate this path. And now we have Havoc. I'm using Ultron again. Look who's back. And this is kind of similar to two of the fights that I did last war, where the objective here is to... That fight was so long I used my Invul boost, of course. We're looking to make sure we're powering and blocking as much as possible to keep our armor ups up, but at the same time, just play nice and conservatively, stop him from throwing the SP1. And here, I'm not going to hit him all that much during his shock phase. Because I sort of prefer treating this as if I have single immunity, because I don't trust having good shock RNG. So what I try and do here is I try and obviously hit him during the bleed phase, push him to a special, and then spend the shock phase baiting it out. So that's kind of what that's how I see myself using my time efficiently here, because I'm not meant to be hitting him here anyway. I think it works out. Well, maybe not. Maybe he just doesn't throw it. There we go. So he kind of throws it at the end. Gives me enough time to dash in and hit him during the bleed phase. Now, if there, I'm doing anti-baiting again, where I'm hitting into him holding block, so he won't throw his SP1, because I want to push him to SP2 always. Here I'm hitting... Oh, not quite. Bait out the special. Possibly one hit punish? No. Just wait. Wait for that shocks to phase to end. There I'm hitting into his block to remove those passive armor ups, because that's the other aspect of this node, which is almost pointless, but, I'm trying to kill time, so I may as well hit into his block. Here I noticed that I'm not doing a brilliant job of blocking myself. Some plasma's building on me, so I need to get some parries. I evade. There we get a couple of blocks, so got my armor ups. Don't need to worry about the plasma. Back to baiting the SP2. Yeah, so this fight's going pretty well. Taking some block damage, but not too much to worry about. I try to dash in there, but I don't. There I go for the heavy counter, because I built up all those big, the fat damage of time, and we finish it out. So, not too bad. This war, as you can see, is pretty short for me. I've only done those 3 fights, and I've only got one more. Hence why I'm just doing my part, keeping my head down, doing my thing. And we have Bishop. Now, the reason that I'm taking this Bishop is the reason I've Ultron a tool, because otherwise I may as well have used Nimrod. Well, not Nimrod. I may as well have used Warlock against that Havoc, but Ultron is the safest option against Bishop. This is a bit of a classic placement. They've put him here because he's going to regen on block. He's going to get the regen buff, specifically if you hit into his block and he has prowess, but with attack he's not going to gain prowess, so he's not going to get much prowess anyway. And of course with Ultron, if he throws his SP1, I've got the reduced time on the incinerates, but my aim here is again to anti-bait as much as possible, because my objective is to bait out SP2, because Ultron's incredibly tanky. He's got the regen from energy damage, and he's got the 2 regens threshold, so I know I can just... I'm not even going to try and evade it. And if I'm not going to try and dex his SP2, and if you're lucky, your own evade will kick in. You won't need to. So here, yeah, just pushing him to SP2, and going back. There, of course, I dex the end because I can, but other than that, don't need to do anything else. This is of course safeguard, so my damage is kind of mitigated, so I'm looking to do as much damage with those dots as possible. And hold block. Push him to SP2, rinse and repeat. Pretty simple strategy, nice and easy. Do I parry heavy? Yeah, I do. There we go. So then because I've built up enough of those charges, we get pretty big damage over time. You can see there it's doing 1.5k every tick. And yeah. Pretty easy, pretty simple. I've only taken, what is that, 1/5 of my health, and he's basically down. Because it's safeguard, I don't bother throwing my SP3, I know it won't do enough damage, won't be worth it. So, yeah, I just hit him a few more times, and that's it. So, that is the end of this war. I'm not particularly enjoying my time in BG1 so far on this new path, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. And the intricacies of the different defenders that are commonly placed here, and their counters, and matchups and all that. So, pretty short war for me, but that's fine, I'll take it. We managed to win this war, which is great. I think we only died 4 times, which is a really good show from us. And so therefore we start the season 2-1, which is pretty good. And yeah, looking forward to the rest, sort of. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta.